Blackbeard fire starter.
Where did you first hear about Blackbeard?
Instagram.
So you saw the...
We saw the advertisement on Instagram. The guy's got the Blackbeard and he's got it soaked in ice water.
Ice water.
And then he pretty much, you know, he fluffs it up. It looks like he fluffs it up
A little bit.
a little bit, and then he strikes it with a ferro rod.
Okay.
And it lights up. So we've got the same thing. I'd say that's a generous amount there.
Well, so set this up. Where are we at?
So we're in the Pacific Northwest. We're a little on the eastern side of the Cascades. It's been raining off and on for 2 days. So much so that a little twig here, it still cracks a little bit, but you have to bend it almost 180 before it wants to break. So anyways,
So we've got this
wet conditions. The Blackbeard is dry. We kept that dry. Haven't had any problems keeping our gear dry. But I can find my ferro rod in here. Go ahead. And this is like a more realistic situation. We actually had a situation similar to this last year on the elk hunt, where we showed up after like 3 or 4 days of solid rain, and we were trying to light a fire. Literally, as we're trying to break the branches, water was seeping out. And so we had a really, really, really difficult time getting the fire starter to stay lit long enough. I mean, it would stay lit once we got going, but it would burn out before any of the branches would catch. So anyways, that's why we're interested in checking this stuff out. Saw the advertisement, thought we'd go ahead and give it a review here. So
Oh, you think that would have lit it?
maybe it's not dense enough. We got it too fluffed up. We'll try that.
Ooh, there it went.
Okay, so we got a little bit of a bundle here. I'm just gonna set it on there and see how it goes. Took a little bit to get it going.
Yeah, not quite as quick.
You had to have a pretty good sized
Spark.
ember to get it lit. So, and then it seemed like it needed a little oxygen to get it rolling.
So that's part of the reason why he probably fluffs it up a little bit, or you're supposed to fluff it up a little bit.
I think a little bit, but not too much. You might have to have the right combination, because it seemed like when I first started, the
embers
were
would...
going through it and not catching in it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, to compare and contrast,
Let's do it.
while we're seeing if this it actually looks like
It's going out.
going out. And you smothered it. There's still plenty of material there.
As far as the Blackbeard's still in there.
It's still in there. Might have got a little crazy with the. So this is Pyro putty. You can get that at Sportsman's. We got it at Sportsman's at our local shop, so I think you can find it online and everywhere else too. But so this stuff is really thick.
Like a waxy base.
Yeah, it's like waxy. And I'm freaking having a hard time getting that out of there. I'll just try that a little bit there. It's very dense in the can. Like whatever it's impregnated with, they've got it in there really, really thick.
Thick.
Put that stupid thing in. Too much stuff in their pockets. So I think the same idea with this stuff too is you want to spread it out a little bit, so more surface area.
And it looks like a little goes a long way with that Pyro putty.
Yeah, it's if I can get it right on it. Ooh.
Well, you're gonna sell some Blackbeard today.
Yeah, maybe. It was kind of, I don't know if this was quite as big as the one we tried earlier, but Blackbeard's starting to fizzle out. It hasn't lit the fire yet. And that might be partially our... Oh, that almost went. It looks like it wants to go, but it... And there it goes.
All right, so what's your take on both of those?
Well, our first attempt off camera, the Pyro putty lit up with one strike. And it seems to be easier to get out of the packaging. The Blackbeard is kind of, I mean, if you're not going to use the whole roll of it,
So it's a little cumbersome.
a little bit cumbersome. So I've cut probably maybe 1.5 inches off of that.
And then the packaging is kind of unraveling a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So it's almost like it's a rope.
Piece of rope that they've impregnated with something.
Yeah, with something. So, and it was a little, it's a little more, see, you see that little piece of Pyro putties flared up really big. And that may just be the concentration of whatever fuel they put in with it. But
it seems to start better though.
it catches a little bit easier. This is, you have to make sure you get the fibers separated really well because it's wrapped pretty tight. But you saw that it worked. It did work.
All right.
So
anything else you want to phase about it?
I would say either of them are going to work for you in the bush, but I think the Pyro putty lights a little easier, burns a little hotter.
And looks like it packs a little bit easier too.
Yeah, it's easier to get out and get, you know, like take a little bit and then you put the lid back on the tin and you're
Good to go.
Good to go for the next time.
Looks like the Pyro putty is actually lighting the fire too. Anyway.